Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empire. This is episode number 13/14 of the first preview series under the beta that I'm doing. So, last episode had to end in a hurry. I didn't get to show you the formation types. So just like in research, there's two steps to actually getting to use a formation. There's first the discovery phase, which our armored infantry army has reached, and then everything else is operational. That means researched. Now these armored infantry, this is the one that I'm really curious to use. It's armor, medium armor, with motorized infantry. This is like the combined arms mobile unit. It's basically perfect. This is the one I want. This is what I want to attack with. This is the one I want to use. I don't know if I'll be building a core of it, but certainly at least a brigade. So anyway, it's just I'm excited to get this. This will basically stick 200 infantry with my armor. So it's still mostly, I would say, it still leans very heavily on the armored side of things, but at least has some infantry to kind of cushion. Now, I think that the brigade version of it is probably worse than some of the other ones. The brigade only has, the units are broken up in groups of 100. So, what did I want to say about that? 100. Oh yeah, so there's only, if it says 200 infantry, that's only 2 units. Now you have 5 units of armor, because they're broken up into groups of 10. Which means that if the enemy is targeting, well, my division or my battalion, I want them to target the infantry. So you kind of want more infantry than you want tanks. Now there's only tanks to target in the light armor battalions. Sorry about that, but it's still, I don't know, is 2 or I guess 4 total extra units to target besides the armor it's a good thing. Anyway, I don't think we have much else to do on this turn. I think I was really having a good time last video and rambled on and on and on. So I think everything's set. I think we already set up the second metal mine. That'll be very useful. We are low on metal right now, so we can get some more ammunition if we need. We're losing oil and food. Let's see if that actually stabilizes after this turn. Oh, I also started upgrading the core. So I know I have the new Grunts 3. So this new Grunts 3 that I just made, I did manually upgrade it the same way the same method I had used for the Grunts 2. I think Vic has already talked about making it easier to just upgrade an entire brigade at the same time, but for now that option does not remain in place. Does not exist. So let's see what happens. We haven't actually attacked these guys, but, you know... Oh my gosh, they really moved. My armor? Did anybody see that? My armor disappeared. We got the machine gun 3s. Armor... Okay, so we operationalized it. Perfect. Okay, I was so confused. I was like, where did my armor go? Turns out it was just here. So, okay. Well, let's go ahead and finish these guys off. The yellow... They probably don't want to be known as the yellow ones. But the yellow folks are going to be the ones to isolate this unit, I think. Oh, what is this? Oh my, the private economy is really going crazy. That's fine. I did want to use this one eventually, but if I build a city right here, then it's not a big deal. We will get to that. Is that too close? 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is a bit close. 4, 5. This would be a better place for the city. I think I already mentioned that, but now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's actually quite good. That's a good location. In fact, probably where this unit is right now is even better. so that we space ourselves 6 away. Okay, good. Anyway, a lot of units did not get the full supply this turn. That's just due to this guy's interrupting our one road here. Shows you how vulnerable our supply lines are. I think we're going to start off with just bombardment from our 2 artillery groups, and I think that this is going to be enough. We already have 300 recon points here. So before I do that, I actually want to see, can we verify their supply? Not yet. I mean, we know them pretty well, but we don't know yet what their supply is, so... Okay, then back to the attack. So do we want to attack with one of... I see that this one's actually missing some of its stuff. Well, let's cancel once again and just see who's what. Who's doing what here? Well, I came up with a game plan real fast. I think I will want to move this unit over and do our first bombardment of our new enemies. So I am, in the end, only going to do the attack with the 2... this guy's not missing any artillery. Okay, let's just check. One guy there, but that's fine. It's enough to complete the circle. Yeah, actually, we already have a unit here to attack. And we have a unit here. Okay, so let's just get all the units. I think we have all the units up who are going to attack, which means this unit can move over and do the bombardment without being involved in this one. At the same time, the other artillery, actually, he can get involved. So we'll do it this way. Just be extra sure that we do a good job. Getting quite a few kills just to start. Round 6 ended the bombardment. That's fantastic. Oh, no. It said round 6, but we went down to 0 AP. I'm not sure what happened there. Usually you get 10 rounds of bombardment. Okay, well, let's do the attack and see how things go. So, you... I think you're no longer available. You, and you. Wow. So 47 to 1 I saw if we took this guy out. I'm going to be pretty happy with the 47 to 1 odds. I would have included this guy, but I mean, he can also move over to the west and begin our operations against the new miner we're engaging. 47 to 1, considering we have very good recon, I'm going to assume this is going to be a wild success. That was pretty successful. 1 round. We didn't lose anybody. In fact, our readiness did not even go down. I don't even know if they hit anybody. So that was a resounding success. So good. We're starting to, like, you know, put it all together. I'm only gonna have the ones on the right side move forward. Yeah, you can stay on the road. And okay, now these guys. Yep. The next group to start moving. Get this guy here. You can move over and up. So if I look at roads this turn, okay, we can build roads, so that's a good sign. We will continue to build roads. Lots and lots of roads. Oh, goody! We can actually move in here. What's our level of recon? 100. I'm going to do it. It was a little ambitious, but I mean, if I thought we actually could get there. This one can't. Is this mountains? It is. So we can't. I may want to go around this unit on the north side just because. Actually, we'll move this one here instead. Maybe he'll move up here. What I'm thinking is this unit can do bombardment this turn. He only has 10 artillery. It's not going to be very effective, but we have cut him off from his supply. This is non-aligned area. So he's now actually cut off as well, which means for sure his move is going to be 1, 2. So this is high mountains. Yeah, he cannot go there because this will be zone of control and all that. So he'll have to go 1, 2. Unless he wants to try to attack, which is also possible. But this is pretty cool. We're advancing very quickly. I mean, I just like winning. I like it when I'm not doing poorly. It's get our other infantry forward. Actually, honestly, the purple might... I think we're going to start doing multi-pronged attacks. We're going to try to make up for some of the time we were delaying earlier. As soon as this purple unit helps out with that one unit, I think all the rest of them are going to start heading up to the northeast. We have a lot of tasks for our artillery. I'm not really sure what's the best way to distribute them. I'm thinking that, excuse me, do that. I'm thinking that we might want to buy 2 more, and I'm still thinking about the fact that we aren't getting any mechanized artillery, so self-propelled artillery. Any design points? That's also interesting. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the bombardment. I don't know how much effect this will have. We have 100 recon, so we might be able to see a few of them. Oops. Maybe get like a hit or 2. Okay, 1, 2 hits. Good.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
We have no idea how effective they were. In fact, the 3 hits apparently happened on none of the units which we can see. Okay. C'est la vie. Our supplies are coming up. We got supplies going from multiple places now. And these units, Rifle Militia, have only 10 armored defense, whereas our units have only 156. Okay, this is infantry, non-infantry. Got it. Only 156 defense versus infantry. Is that how it is for everyone? Okay, hit points is just one number, unless you have infantry, non-infantry? Is that how it goes? Yeah, infantry, non-infantry. I see, so they have basically an infantry number and then an armored number. Okay, how do we want to deal with this? Because we're bound to... Well, is this part of our HQ? No, because we had this area cut off. So... it's not. Well, let's go to our decisions, just to keep moving forward. Meritocracy reaches 72. That's preposterous. Oh, wait. 72. I'm going to accept it. This is round 62. 10 rounds. I'm going to accept just because I do want that to happen.
Yes, sir.
I am greatly in doubt that it will. Alright, heavy tank, we still don't have a... Oh, we need a bazooka one. That's, in my opinion, more important. Okay. There's the micro nuke. So this is going to take 2 machines. You know what I'm really surprised is that a micro nuke doesn't take radioactives. So we have a bazooka, we have an RPG, and then we have a guided RPG. I think our initial one is going to be a guided RPG, because needing 2 machines, I'm sure that 1,000 firepower is insane, but let's wait until we really need RPGs to use them, so let's just stick with this. We'll get the combat armor.
Copy that.
Okay. Well, good turn so far. Yeah, this brings me back to whether these guys should move west or north. I think I am going to move them north. They are now sporting the new grunts, grunt 3, and I'll just show you kind of how this goes. It's pretty tedious to do these guys one at a time like this. And like I said, Vic is aware of this, and he'll probably address it, I assume, before the game launches. It's something that we can deal with in the beta. It's not, it's not a game-breaking bug or anything like that, so... But it would be very nice if there was like an upgrade all option, something like that. Or, some more efficient way. There's also another way you can do it. You can buy units in the SHQ, so I can recruit soldiers that are Grunts 3. Then I can obsolete the Grunts 2, and then I will get the Grunts 2 back. All of them will pile up in my SHQ, and all the Grunts 3 that I bought will start being distributed. So that will Unfortunately, the downside of that is it takes being able to store a full army's worth of, or I mean, it takes as many upgrades as you want. You have to buy that many extra troops for replenishment, which is a little non-ideal. That's a non-ideality. All right, you should be fine. I do want to clear all the way to the edge of this border because we have borders with the miners here. The miner here, what's it? Iron Space. But I'm also a little bit weary about running out of supply. So let's just go here. 1, 2. No, actually, I don't want to go that far. Well, at least go 1. And maybe I'll just stay there. What is this? This is Whiteland. Yeah, Whiteland I can take. Take that one. And maybe even move back. I want to make sure that our units are gathering enough supply for next turn. We'll move you here. Start forming the line. And I guess we should make sure he doesn't escape. So the funny thing about these tanks is, even though they do attack better than they defend. So if this unit, although this unit also has better, in the same way, this unit also has better defense than attack. So it's they get twice as I'm twice as bad, or twice worse, or half as good on the defense, but they're also half as good on the attack. So it's actually, I think it's a wash in the end. The ratios are the same. So next, oh yeah, we actually can do our bombardment as well. So we will. Should have good recon, 177. We're getting some hits.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Well, 4 hits, not bad. Lowered their readiness a little bit. Again, these guys don't have RPGs, so we're a little bit less worried about using our tanks against them. Probably could just defeat them now. Nah, 13-1 is not quite as good as I want. I'd like to get the infantry involved. We'll get another round of bombardment. We'll get a round where our artillery actually gets involved. These guys are screwed, but it's going to take one more turn. Okay. I'd like to push this guy one more forward. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna let... This guy's just gonna be cut off for a turn, but that's okay. He should be able to survive it. Okay, well, that's all for the military. Just entrenched up there, which is fine. This is actually good, the private economy bringing in more metal, because it also brings in more money. So both of those things are good. I mean, more metal is probably the better thing, and I don't think that adds any administrative strain because it's privately run. So, construction, anything else we want to do? Could start working on a University 3. Gives us 60 research bonus points. How are we doing? Power is, yeah, just insane, something insane. Tons of power available. I don't see any reason why not then. So we'll start this upgrade. Actually, didn't we need to do something? What's our demand say? Private assets reach 24. We're at 23. Okay, 4 rounds left. Good luck, private economy. Meritocracy reached 72. We have 10 rounds for that. That's the new one. And security of our zone has to get to 257. It's at 249. I think that's very quickly going to be accomplished as soon as our barracks finishes, which has 2 turns left, let's say. Oh, no, never mind. One turn left. This is the build rate, and that's how much is remaining. So almost, it's very hard to conceive of a situation where that doesn't finish next turn. Yeah, there was something though. Something. What was I doing? Oh yeah. It was. Let's see. Do we have any trade we want to do? Any buying of parts? I think I will buy the 4 machine parts for 622, especially seeing that the micro nukes do cost money. 2 high-tech parts. I'm really interested in those, but not for 600 apiece. We can see if we want to sell any food or fuel. Food was being lost for the 2nd turn in a row here. I'm not sure what to make of that. Also, we're losing oil. The oil should be starting to increase from over here. Yeah, production is beginning. We're at 36 now. So that is something we'll have to consider. I mean, we might end up having to build a conversion biofuel refinery. So this is done. The farm is done here. We might want to build our own farm. I mean, there's so many different things we can do. Let's actually build our own farm. I think we will. Agricultural facility, 1,000 water, plenty of water though, and we have more water that we can get to if we absolutely need. There's water here. So I think that's a good call. As soon as this builds, we'll probably end up upgrading it as well. Yeah, that's right, the private economy, that's what I wanted to do. We want to make sure that the private economy has a chance to build more private economy assets. So I'm going to do this.
Affirmative.
Okay, we are quite sure there is no hidden architect. We did succeed, but we didn't find anything. And I think that that's what happened last time as well. We can attract free folk. Why not?
Affirmative.
19,000. Well, that's just insane. And then if they don't end up building the anything in time, I can always play with my card, Gladiators. And that should produce another one. We have 5 spies ready to go. Looks like we don't have any left in Picard. Whiteland, not really an interest to us. Iron Space doesn't really tell us anything new. Yeah, we actually have a hard time. We're surrounded by people we already know. So we have a hard time finding anything beyond our current neighbors. Excuse me. Radiation leak. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. It's funny that the people were invading like us. Is that what I saw? No. Friends. 52. Oh, it was this one. Yeah, Light State. They still like us. And Castello or Castello Republic, however you want to pronounce it, they actually like us even more. Well, wish it was mutual. Too bad. Alright, anything else? I don't think so. Let's end the turn. Any more recruitment? Oh, we do have the army now. I think we can raise the... with HQ. Yeah, we can actually raise this now. It is a consideration. 100. We have the people. We don't have the industrial points yet because, you know, medium armor is so expensive. It takes a lot of factory points. Oh, we can get a light armor assault brigade as well. Ooh, that's might be even better. And you get more infantry and you get artillery with it. Ooh. Ooh. I actually don't want the artillery with it. I'd rather the artillery is separate. And that's another thing I could do instead is just use up some of these points buying more artillery motorized. 275. I get 2 more of them, can I? It's saying no right now because I'm sure my cursor is somewhere God knows where. Wherever your hex is, that's where it'll raise the formation. So if I click on the home so we don't have to use any logistics, now it's saying that I have 100%. So I could raise another one of these. I just really like them. They do go through ammo like nobody's business, but yeah, I really like them. Let's raise another one. And should I do it? I mean, we're never going to know unless I get one, right? 340, 390. We have the means. Okay, here we go. No regrets. Let's just do it. Ammunition-wise, we're probably... Oh, look at that. Looks like a... That's... Okay, I'm pretty glad we did that. Look how cool that thing is. Alright. They are not very good. Oh, gosh. These are not very good. 85 soft attack? That is not good. 85 soft attack. That's just not good. Wait. Oh. What the heck? These are only 63? Okay, never mind. Apparently 85 is quite good. And we have 5 of them, so this is actually more effective than my normal artillery. Huh. I'm used to seeing way bigger soft attack numbers, but maybe I'm just crazy. Okay, very cool. End the turn. Time flies in this game, man. I can't believe it's already 25 minutes. Main concern is, what is this unit going to do? This one can't do anything. And see, things are happening now. Besides me talking. That's still happening, but there's at least a little bit of action. I can tell that this video has gone a little bit slower than I expected. I wanted to have, you know, I just want to, every time I'm like, oh, I can get 5 turns done if I really push. And it's looking like a long shot at this point. Alright, what do we see? There's got to be some movement from this one. Just waiting. There's so many regimes, unfortunately. Okay. They did not decide to move, I guess. Factions. Okay. Okay. We succeeded. Private assets. Hooray! That might have been the medal that finished that got us over the edge. Oh, that's right. They built the farm. That was the other one. Security jumped up with the barracks, so we did that. Gas-powered small arms. Very good. Okay, new development of model complete hollow gun. That's my RPG guy. Light armor infantry army. Interesting. And this is discovered, so we don't have it yet, but let's go check it out. Scientific cooperation. Okay, we can't really use that. Let's go take a look at this thing first. What does this mean? Okay, it's 100 light armor. Oh, this is really cool. This is without the artillery. It's like the heavens listened and they heard my request. This is exactly what I want. And this is a really good ratio. It's 10 armor and 5 infantry. Oh, wait, that's the total. Sorry, that's the army itself. Let's go to this. This is what it'll actually look like. Okay, no, it's the same thing. It's 5. It's 5 and 1. So this is true then. The ratio definitely goes up. It's much more favorable if you're using like a corps or an army. So, yeah, it's a little bit... The ratio is not very good for the battalion level. It's very armor heavy. And already you can see it's just so much better. Like the armor goes up by like 3 times. Well, call it 3.5. But the infantry goes up by 5 times. So that's why this one gets better. And then 181, 1000. This one actually gets worse. It's to 5 to 1, and this is better than 5 to 1. So the best one is the core. I think you should stick with light armor infantry cores, which is going to be extremely expensive to build. We probably won't be able to build that for a while. Or we won't be able to do it until it's operational anyway, but we don't need any new units quite yet. Credolite, commander of our first light armor brigade, says wants total power over the estate. We're probably going to say no. Actually, what is it that we're trying to get? What's the demand? Meritocracy. Meritocracy. Nope. No meritocracy here. So I think we'll just keep pushing the throttle down on the mind. Makes everyone happy. So that's good. Supreme Director. This is the economic guy? No, that's the advisor. Director of Staff Council. Model design. Where's my economics guy? I don't know. Well, he's absent, so it doesn't matter. New objective. This is a good question. Side skirts kind of seems interesting. Personal armor optimization seems... Is that another one of those like linear whatever progression ones that I don't fully understand what it means? Cluster bombs might be interesting because it says... having cluster bombs available allows for specifically efficient and devastating targeting of enemy infantry groups. I wonder if that adds... Maybe that adds like an option to our artillery to have higher soft attack. And that would be very good. Rocketry. I think... Oh, let's just take a moment and go back to the technology tree. Okay, we also have a new model for this. Yeah, our bazookas guy is done. I don't think I'm particularly impressed with it, but I guess we can see it. Why not? Let's just dive into it. This is the fun of the game, right? So we have this new hollow gun. Let's look at the more details. 162. It's pretty good. It actually has 281 defense, too. They're actually very, very high on hit points. You know, they're not even that bad at soft attack and defense. They're better than our original grunts. They're almost as good as our grunts too. This is a pretty solid unit. I imagine that it makes up for it in cost. 12 ammo to fight, 4 times as much, twice as much metal, twice as much IP, but it has a lot more. It has a lot more hit points. Hey, this is weird. Why is that 281 and this is 250? Oh, sorry, 281. I just misread. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Very cool. We checked it out. Let's go ahead and go back to the models. Pick our. We want to start progressing down the heavy tank tree, so that's the next thing. Let's get this. Heavy tanks. Man, do we want these to be tank killers or not? I think that we'll start off with not tank killers. Make these very heavy tanks, which means they're not going to worry about moving, they're going to worry about killing. We'll get the biggest gun we can, 180 millimeter. We'll get actually the largest armor we can. I think I'll go with 150 because otherwise I think this unit might be immobile. So what are we up to so far? This would be 1340 total weight. This would be 1115. Yeah, let's do this. 50%. I just want to see if there's some kind of... Oh, wait, 400? Actually, the 800 armor strength doubles, but the 450 weight does not go up by much. This is actually probably the best option. Let's choose this. And we can get something which is 800. That's not bad. So we're definitely going to be extremely overweight.
Copy that.
But at least they got a chance at being able to move. It's going to be an assault type unit where you just slowly bring it up and then it's like a breaching charge. Back to this decision, personal armor. Let's go look up the technology. Personal armor op. I expected it to be here. I have been known to miss things every now and then, as in, you know, more often than not, like the power banks, which I missed for so long. There it is, personal armor optimization. This is a linear research field and affects gradual. Arriving at level 100 will be extremely difficult. Yeah, I don't really understand what is going on with the... What was it that I was researching? Like mining techniques? It's not doing anything as we go, though. And these are actually slowly getting up there, so you know what? I'm not going to choose that. Rocketry, let's also take a look at that. Is that over here? Rocketry? Rocketry. Rocket launchers? That sounds so cool. We're doing rocket launchers.
Roger that.
Cannot stop me. Waste disposal accident. Oops. Nasty accident occurred. Whatever. We're cleaning up as quick as possible. No casualties. Widespread nausea, and population perceives it as a potential danger. Well, thanks, Dolly. I will give it my full support. Good lord. Plus 213. Or a roll. So it's either D100 plus 163. Damn, that's insane. Against an average roll of 114. You can actually do the math here. So this is 4 to 80. Sorry, 4 to 160, which means the max is 190. Which means if I choose the first option, it's only going to cost 3 additional political points. I'm guaranteed to succeed, which is, in fact, it was a critical success. The damage was reduced to almost nothing. Danger did not increase. Fantastic. Very good. We got our situation set up nicely. Pacifica's in a good way. We still have some fear, which is not yet even capping our... still not even doing anything. And we do have that one card as well. We did get another fate point for... I forget. I think I clicked by too fast. I didn't even see what it was that we advanced to a new... It wasn't a new epoch. Or epoch, or whatever it is. So this is the one I'm thinking about doing. Danger will increase 4 to 40. I guess we should wait a little bit. Oh wow, this unit can really move. No, it can't. Not compared to this unit. So what is your movement rate? You're 12 along the road, and you are 6 along the road. Good gracious. These haulers, man, they really haul. Move mod plus 20%. Oh, it should be 6. No. It should be 8. Yeah, and then they get the plus 20%. Yeah, it's pretty cool because it's 8 along the sealed road, the concrete or asphalt road. The dirt road, it would be 10, I think. Can look. Yeah, 10. 10 for wheeled. And this is considered what? I don't even know. Is it tracked? It's considered tracked. Yeah, so it's actually a different movement rate anyway. And tracked is 10. Yeah, so it's going to be slower. I guess on the dirt road it'll be the same. Yeah, so wheeled and tracked on a dirt road is the same, so we can compare apples to apples here. 12 versus 8. Yeah, so it is 50% faster on the dirt roads. So these, I mean, just the small amount of sacrifice in terms of soft attack, I think is way, way worth it for the infinitely less fuel we're spending, for the greater mobility. Sure that these are more combat effective, so you can think of it that way though. Although I only put 5 millimeters of steel plate on them, so they're not that good. This was apparently a very good design. That kind of explains, I think, why there's a discrepancy between the soft attack of my artillery and my other one. The base design of this rolled a 95, which is just really, really high. Anyway, I think we know what we want to do this turn, which is do our bombardment. We'll do this attack, and this will probably be the only thing we need to do.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Yeah, so this guy's went from 40 AP down to 0. So what I suspect, what used to happen in advanced tactics, yeah, I don't think it was, I don't know how it was in Operation, or in Decisive campaigns, but in advanced tactics, if you finished in round 6, so everyone had retreated by round 6. What happened is, if you had 40 AP left, because it only takes 10 AP a round, you were actually still able to do something. Even bombard again, even though it would face a huge penalty, because if you've bombarded an area, it starts getting like an artillery bombardment stack. And just the same way as combat, if you have too many units stacked up, you get a penalty. You also get a bombardment penalty if you've already bombarded. So oh my gosh, I'm seeing 18-1. I was like, I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Well, now I am sure it is a good idea. 35, 43. Oh my gosh. Let's just do this. In fact, we might not want to use. Let's cancel real fast. Do we want any of these units to charge forward? Actually, this unit even got supply. Really impressive. How did he? Yeah. Well, it says he's red, but how did he get food then? I don't know. And we don't need to hold this hex either. So we want to loop around like this and move him here. Do more bombardment.
Fire.
We got a hit. Oh, another hit.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
It doesn't look like it affected much. The big question I was asking myself is, would it be better not to attack with everyone? If we attack with everyone, well, let's just put everyone there and take this guy off. He'll be able to go down to the left and join the other attack. 34-1, is that sufficient, basically? That's the question. 34-1 seems sufficient to me, but yeah, let's just go with it. Let's see how 34-1 does. As like a case study. Oh my gosh, it's brutal.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, 30-1 is sufficient. I'm glad we did that. Okay, and then you're going to get pushed over here. And you are going to get pushed down here, just so he's surrounded. Next turn, we'll continue our bombardments and our attacks, and this unit can move over here since, well, obviously he's not needed where he is right now. You'll move in just because, oh, and actually the tank, this tank has, see, this guy has action points left over even though he was involved in the attack. See how it's 0 AP for me to move here? But it's 13 AP to move here, 13 there, 19. So the reason why it's free there is because I already attacked and I spent my AP, excuse me, I spent the AP necessary to move in there in the attack. But yeah, we don't want him to move down there, actually. I think we'll have him move here. This guy will also move out. If I take off the used, I think we can move out a little bit. Go push this guy forward like that and then bring him back. Again, we just want to take as much of this territory, but there are some low mountains here. You can see. Oh, that's even high mountains. Low mountain, low mountain. A heavy forest over here as well. So we, you know what? We don't need to take all that. We'll just take the stuff. I mean, if we can get into this heavy forest, that'd be nice to pinch that off because it'll give us more of a buffer for our old library, which I am obviously very happy to have. 40 minutes already. You gotta be kidding me. How did that happen? Okay, so you attacked. You guys bombarded. So everyone else is gonna move east. Honestly, I would prefer the jetpack guys to do recon with my artillery, though. Where's my artillery going to go? Are we going to rely on just the tanks to win this? I think they could. We do have one... Actually, we do have... We'll send the militia artillery this way. I don't know how it's going to go. Are they... Yeah, they're stockpiling both of their troops in there. We've killed their other 2 troops, so... Well, now they certainly regret messing with us. At least I hope so. Well, I just had to take a cut there to deal with some stuff, but when I came back, I forgot what I was trying to do. So instead, I decided to upgrade all of my units to Grunts 3 and Machine Gun 3. The only unit which is not upgraded is this. I also thought it might be worthwhile to show the other method that I was referring to. This was, Alekius was the one who was telling me about this. You go to models, and the grunts now, that we can leave them on low, or we can just put them to obsolete. I think it's fine if we just put them to obsolete. Now, low is tolerated, but obsolete is not. And you can see that there's 800 units in that one, basically it's the one battalion I didn't get to, has 800 units, which are not, so let me not do this because... I don't want them to be obsoleted, and I don't want to have like 0 units left in there. But I could obsolete it, and then what would happen is they would go to the... all the remaining units would go to the Supreme Headquarters. They'd appear here, I think, and then we can just click on them the same way I do always and just do upgrade there. And once they're upgraded, they're no longer the model type which is obsolete. They're now the one that's regular, and they'll be redistributed right back into the pool. Same way as when I have any losses, I can just go over to replenish troops, and I can buy them, and we actually have losses that I need to replenish, apparently. Let's just get one more of these guys, because apparently I need 100. Somebody is missing 100 grunts, and we'll give them grunts 3. So that's exactly what you could do. Yeah, I mean, the same way that'll trickle down if we... Yeah, so there they are. I mean, if we told them that they're obsolete, then all the 800 grunts from here would be deployed back to the SHQ. We can then click here, upgrade them, and then they would go back on the next turn. So I think that would be a 2-turn process. It's obviously a lot better, and that's what I'm sure that's why Vic will be working on this, because if you can do it here, but it takes a lot of clicks. It'd be nice if you can still do it, but just without so many clicks. I'm still going to keep pushing people forward, so you go, you guys up there. We have a few, not as many points now. I was going to say with the remaining industrial points, I was going to start building more sealed roads, but I'd like to have 200. I mean, there's just a small reserve amount, considering I don't know how much is going to be needed for the various production projects, the construction projects, I should say. I think everyone else here has moved. These guys need to move, so yeah, we have this question about whether or not... You have 2 recon, okay, just curious. We'll move you up here, and I have decided what I'm going to do as far as artillery goes. I think I mentioned it, though, that the 2 artillery would go up to the northeast, and what I'm going to do is instead, I mean, not instead, but to, complement that, I'm going to send the B... Actually, I want to send the B north, because I have no armor going north, and it's basically the armor. And that unit is so expensive in terms of fuel. Oh my gosh, it took like 84 fuel for us to just do that movement, which is insane. And this guy's also going to be able to move up. Let's see how much he takes. Well, let me tell you, it's going to be less than 15. We'll get him all the way to the border here. And that took 12. So the B is probably going to be the one, the only, and the last mechanized artillery I ever use. I don't know. It's just preposterous to me that these units should use that much fuel. Fuel is it's not a commodity that we have an abundance of, so we have to be a bit careful about that. That leaves our SHQ back alone, completely alone with nothing but empty space around it. Hopefully no bandits or anything up here. And I think that's all the stuff we want to do for this turn. I don't know if there's any other reports I wanted to show. We certainly are losing food, but hey, that's why we have this farm. The metal factory actually did not finish. The metal mine did not finish, so it'll finish next turn. The new farm is up, so we are getting 19 food from this and also 7 money. Money's no concern for us, 5575, plenty of money. 4 machines for 210. Actually, the 3 high-tech parts for 474 is a little bit more tempting for me. I would like that price to come down a little bit more. No need to buy anything yet, and water is obviously no concern still. So we can build a water thing here only once our supply starts dropping. It's going to take a lot of water for us to get to that point. Okay, but that's it. I think that's going to conclude this video. We'll start off the next turn with the turn resolution. So until then, thanks for watching and take care.